But again, I'm just going to be real with you this morning. There are times when all you can see is what is right in front of you. Your pain, your hurt, and your suffering. And that's all that we see. And that's when we need to put on the lens of Christ and see as he sees. You know, my son, he was about 14, 15 years old. We would go on vacation. He would make me nuts with the camera. We would line up for a picture, and you know how long it takes to get everybody to stand there, to look great. You want to look really good, and this is before smartphones. We had to develop the pictures. And he would stand there with the camera, and he would do this. And then right before he clicked, he would do this. I'm like, what? What are you doing? And he goes, Mom, if I were to keep you in the center of the picture, you would miss all the beauty that's surrounding you. And you know what? He was right. We got those pictures back, and there was so much that I would have missed. But when we put on the lens of Christ, when we see things as he sees them, we begin to see his hand moving over here, him working over here, the beauty that he's brought us here, the miracle that's over there. We're able to expand our vision. And folks, that gives us hope. When we're hurting and we're suffering and all we see is darkness, if we just expand our vision and understand that God sees the bigger picture. He sees the beginning, the middle, and the end, and it's our faith that keeps us moving when all we can see is what's right in front of us. The second thing that we have to do when we want to walk in the new and move away from the old is that we have to seek intimacy with Christ. When that happened, when I learned about my husband, the first thing I did is called a friend and said, you need to come pray for me. I couldn't pray. How many of you have been in a situation, you don't have to raise your hand, but how many of you have been in a situation where you didn't feel like you could pray? You didn't know what to pray. Call your friends. Come to the church. Call your pastor. Have people pray for you. When we begin to seek God in an intimate way, he shows up every single time. He will touch you. He will give you peace. Everything may stay the same around you, but what you feel inside changes. You begin to understand God is there. You see things differently. So when we see as God sees and when we seek him, our perception changes. What we once saw as despair and hopeless, we now begin to see that there is hope. We begin to see the surrounding parts of where God is working in our lives.